Hey guys, how's it going? The topic of this video is pretty much getting through a heartbreak or a breakup, more specifically in this case. And, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it fucking sucks. The pain that you're gonna go through after getting dumped, man, is just... it's incredible, how someone can make you feel so good, and then just in a split second, you just feel awful. And that's called betrayal. That's what it is. And unfortunately in life, and it's something that I hate to say because I don't want to believe it, but it's true, is that the people who are closest to you, like family, friends, whatever, boyfriend, girlfriend, they're going to be the ones that are going to hurt you the worst in life. Because your enemies can't betray you. They can. Because you put so much value into these people, because you love them so much and care for them so much, that you're not going to expect them to hurt you. And when it happens, you get taken off guard, and it sucks. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. When it first happened to me, the moment it happened, I felt like I got shot. Literally like a million times in the heart. I felt sick to my stomach for days, weeks. Everything that I looked at, touched, eat, sleep, shit, drank, tasted, you fucking name it, reminded me of her. And it's just the pain truly never goes away, but it hurts in a different way now. And let me explain that to you. There's pretty much two different types of pain. There's pain that hurts you, and there's pain that changes you. And in the beginning, man, it's gonna hurt you. But for a traumatic experience like this, if you use this pain in the right way, you can do things unimaginable with your life. What you need to do while you are just coming out of your relationship, you need to focus on yourself. If you're not already going to the gym, man, start going to the gym. Get a schedule going, get a lifting partner, learn from somebody if you don't know what the hell you're doing. When I first started a year or two ago, I had no idea what the hell I was doing. I learned, I'm a quick learner, and I got addicted to it, and I started to focus on my body. And for me, before I give you guys any more advice, you should probably know a little bit about my story. In the summer of 2016, I decided to pretty much get off my ass and stop procrastinating in everything I did, and I wanted to work for what I wanted. And at that time, and it still is now, that thing that I wanted more than anything is basketball. To be the best basketball player I could possibly be, to learn the game, to be able to play the game, to be able to do whatever. And I did it. There's no doubt in my mind that preseason that I did everything that I possibly could to get ready and to prepare myself for the regular season. And I made myself a better person overall, 1,000,000%. My mindset was incredible at that time. It was every single day, man, late nights, early days, hours on the court, and when I wasn't on the court, I was watching film of NBA teams, college teams, even high school teams around my area to learn the game, man. Because at this point, I was only playing the game for 2 years, and I needed to learn the game. I needed to get better at it. And the year before that, I was pretty much a scrub of the team. I was coming off the bench for the JV team, and I'm talking way off the bench. I'm not talking 6 man. I'm talking about 10th man. And I don't even go to a big school. It was embarrassing. Even though I was a beginner in the sport, I'm not used to shit like that, because I'm coming from me always being the star player in baseball. And unfortunately, I got injured. I messed up my shoulder pretty bad, and I'm not going to be able to play the sport anymore. So I moved on to basketball, and I've been doing everything that I could to pick it up. And that year, in the very, very beginning of the season, I became a varsity starter, and I never thought before that summer that the words varsity starter and my name would be in the same sentence. But I realized that anything is possible once you put your mind to it. And what people don't realize is that everything starts from up in your mind. People focus so much on what happens from the neck down, from the torso down, whatever you want to call it, that people forget that it all starts from up there. And if you're not mentally ready, you're never going to be physically prepared. No matter what it is, you're never going to be physically prepared. And that's something, even with this heartbreak you're going through, you have to keep in mind. If you keep letting it affect you negatively, you're going to think and you're going to represent yourself negatively. And I was leading the team in points and rebounds in the games that I played. And unfortunately for me, I got a bit of a tough break. It wasn't anything that bad. I just came down in an awkward landing on my ankle, and I sprained it. It was only like a grade 1 sprain, so I was back within about a week. And I came back with like a little boot thing on my foot, and I was going for a few days, so I wasn't in the varsity rotation anymore, unfortunately. But at that point in my life, I understood that everything that I do needed to be earned, and it's not going to be easy. So I was ready to accept the challenge, and I did. I honestly felt like, and many other people on the team felt like, that I earned my spot back on the starting lineup, and I outplayed all the kids on my team and my position especially. And unfortunately, the coach just didn't seem to be in the same direction. And it was frustrating when I saw my team losing a lot, because I know that should not be happening. And moving on. So I'm playing JV at this point. I'm not even in the varsity rotation. If anything, I'm getting like 2 minutes per game. It's like chump time. But every single time I went in the game. Like, I just exploded into the game. I did everything that I possibly could, and I made sure not to take any moment for granted. And even in the JV game, I did that too. Like, I was scoring like 30 points. I was scoring like 20 points a game, and getting at least 10, 15 boards a game. And at this point, I started talking to this girl, and I feel like that's one of the biggest reasons why the whole JV thing didn't negatively affect me as I think that it would have. Because I can be I can let my emotions get the best of me at certain times in my life, especially when I feel that I've earned something. And this girl, I thought was truly a special person, and I opened up my heart to her with a lot of different things about my past, and you name it. And I never really do that with anybody. And unfortunately for me, I was working my way back up. I was starting to get more and more time for the varsity game. And it was about the midpoint of the season. It was a tournament game. And usually after, these tournaments, the starting lineup and the varsity rotation changes. The coach reevaluates his positioning on the team. And he's going to make some changes if everything's not going well with the plan. And at that time, the team was on a losing streak. And I said, this is my chance, man. I went in, I was having a great game, and it reached the fourth quarter. We were killing these guys, and I was hustling for a loose ball, and unfortunately, I don't know if the kid did it on purpose or not, but he stepped on my foot, and he pushed me in an awkward way, and I felt a pain that I never felt before in my right knee. And it just gave up on me, and I fell into the bleachers. And I found out later that I tore my ACL, meniscus, and I chipped a bone in my upper leg. And it was an extremely tough thing to wrap my mind around, because I put in so much work and I was so close so many times getting my name out there, and just like that, it just went away. And unfortunately, that was a big stress cause in my life, obviously. And the way that I always get over stress in my life is doing exercise and doing basketball things, and obviously I just couldn't do that at that time. And so I had this girl, and I feel like I put so much value into this person, and that all I did was talk and spend time with her, because I couldn't do anything else with my life at that moment. So I put so much value into this person, and unfortunately, a few days after I found out, my ACL tore and everything like that, I lost a close family friend of mine who was helping me through the situation, because her son went through a similar circumstance with his knee, and unfortunately she passed away. She was fighting an illness for a long time, and it's good to see her in a better place now, but that hit me hard. It was just two things, like boom, 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 like out of nowhere. I was just like on top of it out of nowhere, I just got hit. But I still had this girl, man. I still had this girl. I was still talking to her. I was still doing this and that, and she was helping me through a few things. There were some things I noticed here and there that she didn't always say the right thing, and sometimes it didn't really seem like she cared as much as I cared for her. Because, man, let me tell you, when I fucking care for you, I treat you like gold, man, and nothing else. I treat that person like literal gold, and like no one else just matters. Like, I don't look at anybody the same way. Like, I just don't. And I can't say there was like a time where I truly felt that the feeling was completely mutual. I knew that she had feelings for me, or at least that's what I was told. But I don't know if it was at the same level. And she always talked about her future with me, and about getting married and shit like that. And I was imagining this shit, and I was even like praying every single night that this shit it would actually happen. And then there was this one night, man, where she was talking about her fear of commitment with me, but she literally flat out said to me that there's no reason to have that fear of commitment with you, because she knows that I will never break her heart. And literally the next day, man, she texted me saying that she lost feelings for me, and that she just wants to focus on herself. Now, when she said this to me, man, like I said before, I felt like I got shot. I felt like I got kicked in the stomach, and the worst part about it was that I was already down on the ground. Because, man, when this happened, I realized how stressful my life was at that moment with everything that was happening and going on. So it was extremely tough because I didn't have anything to rely on at that point. And, it really sucked. And this was about a month and a half ago, and I still look back on it, and, it sucks. I still think about that day every single day. I still think about her every single day, so many times a day. But you know what? It hurts in a different way now. In which I understood, and what you guys have to understand, is that everything happens for a reason. And that this person knew, when they dumped you, is that they knew how much it was going to hurt you. And for me, in my case, I was already knocked down on the ground, and she just didn't care. She still did it anyways. This person still hurt me anyways, and that person still hurt you anyways. And what you have to understand, man, is that either God, fate, whatever you believe in, man, is making you realize that there's someone so much better out there for you. And that's what you got to understand, is that change is a good thing. Just because you found happiness in something before doesn't mean that you're going to continue to find happiness in that person or thing or whatever you want to call it. So what you have to do, man, don't even focus on getting into another relationship. Don't even focus on that. You need to focus on taking care of yourself, and you need to focus on doing the thing that you have a passion for. Start to go to the gym, man. If you're not already in the gym, get in shape, dude. Get a fucking lifting partner, dude. Do whatever, dude. Get a fucking program going and just work on your body every single day, non-stop. And if I can do that right now, I would. But I'm focusing on rehab. I'm focusing on getting my leg better, and then I'm going straight back into the court as soon as possible. And I'm going to prove everybody wrong. And I'm going to prove everybody in my school, my town, the whole frickin' world what I can do. And, man, it's just, I understand it sucks. I understand how the feeling is. Like, I had a sick stomach. I had a sick feeling in my stomach for weeks, man. For fucking weeks. It's your heart, man. Your heart got torn. But your heart is a muscle, man. And you know what happens when muscles get torn? When a muscle gets torn, it grows back stronger. And that's what's going to happen to you. And what you need to understand is that you're not the only one, man. It's that everybody gets dumped. Literally, it happens to the most richest, handsomest people in the world. It just happened to freaking Brad Pitt. Like, it just happens to everybody, unfortunately, and it's for the good. It's for the greater good. And when this person sees you taking care of yourself and sees you looking good, they're always going to be checking up on you. And that's the thing that you have to realize. Even if they cheated on you and they moved on to somebody else, they're always going to be looking back on what they could have had, no matter what. And I'm telling you, man, it's the truth. They do it all the time. Everybody does it. Even if it seems like they don't give a shit about you, they do it. I'm telling you, man, they do it. What you gotta do is you gotta force positive thoughts into your mind. There are so many studies out there that show that if you fake positivity into your mind constantly, eventually you're going to start thinking positively without even forcing those thoughts into your head. You're going to start reflecting yourself positively, and people are going to be extremely attracted to you once they see that you're in great shape, you have a positive attitude, you have a sense of humor, you have all this great shit going on for you, your career's taking off because you realize that you need to focus on yourself. And when you focus on yourself, good things and good people are going to attract to you. And when the right person comes along, you're going to know it's the right person. You're just going to know. And listen, man, you just gotta focus on your future. And the best way to focus on your future, man, is to use your past as motivation to work your ass off in the present. And when somebody tells you that they don't like you, especially after they put it in your head that they would never leave you and they had all these feelings for you, and now they're telling you they don't like you, they don't love you, it's called fuck you. There's millions and billions of better people out there than you, and I'm going to find the one that's right for me. And thank you for making my life so much better. You mean nothing to me. You mean nothing to me. And eventually, man, once this person sees how much success you're having, this person is going to come crawling back one way or another. They might not do it openly. Everybody's different. But they're going to come crawling back in some shape, way, or form. And if they do come at you openly, You cannot take them back. You don't take them back. Because they're still the same person. No matter what they say. They're still the same person. And you have to remember, they still put you through that pain. That pain may have been the best thing that ever happened to you because it fueled you. But they didn't know that. They didn't care about you. They didn't do it for the right reasons. They didn't. I don't care what it was. There's no such thing as right person, wrong time. I don't believe in that. Because if it's the right person, there's no wrong time. Time doesn't matter. Time's not even in the fucking equation. It's not. It just isn't. You know, like I said, for me, right now, I can't do the things that I love to do. And unfortunately, I just experienced another death in my family. It was my childhood dog of 15 years, man. She was fighting cancer for the last 2-3 years, and she a lot of days she was like a puppy again, and then the next day she couldn't get up and walk. And eventually we decided that it was time to put her down. And it sucked. And you know, even this person said how much, you know, she thought my dog was like so cute and she loved her so much. And she knew about my dog passing away, but she didn't even say anything to me. And that just shows how cold that person is. But let me tell you something else. Even though I'm on crutches, I'm still hobbling around. I'm just coming off of surgery. I'm slouched over on my crutches, whatever. I got a new haircut. I'm still taking care of myself. You know, I'm still taking care of my upper body. I'm still doing core. I'm still working on my shot. I'm still doing biceps, triceps, whatever. And people are noticing. And a bunch of her friends are on my lunch. And when I'm leaving lunch early, because I'm on crutches, and I turn around because someone's talking to me, I see all of her friends just staring at me. Every single one of her friends literally turned around, just staring at me. And not in like a pity way, or in like a way, oh yeah, our friend dumped him so good. It was in a way where that kid's looking good. I'm telling you, man, it was just like a look in their eyes, man. I'm telling you. And it just shows how people really are. And the bottom line is, man, you gotta be careful who you give your heart out to. But when you meet the right person, you'll know. You'll know. But you still gotta take a risk. You know, the biggest risk that you can take in life is not taking any risk at all. Because then your life is just gonna be blank. Because like I said before, everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. And if you don't take that shot at something that's so big, you just stick to your boring, plain old life, man, then you know you're gonna have a very mediocre life at best. And you just gotta use this heartbreak as motivation for the thing that you're truly passionate about. And that's the biggest thing you can do for yourself in life, is to make yourself successful. Work your ass off for yourself, and then for anybody who helped you get there. That's all I gotta say. If you guys need anything, let me know. For my situation, it's hitting me hard, but I always keep in mind that there's always somebody, somehow, some way out there that has it worse than me. So I'd love to hear from you guys. I'd love to hear from your stories. If you stuck around for the whole thing, man, you know, props to you. Props to you. Because I don't know if I can do it. Alright, later guys. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys get through it. And you will. And you'll be stronger than ever.